As we're sitting here watching WWE TLC 2017, Mickie James fell short in her matchup against Alexa Bliss. And after that match, we were granted a short promo with Mickie James inside of the ring. I honestly thought that the promo was a little bit out of the norm. I've seen sometimes WWE do interviews with the winners in the back, but most of the time you don't see interviews with the losers. And this one happened inside of the ring, which leads to my speculation that I think Mickie James has retired from the WWE. Mickie James, of course, came back to WWE after wrestling for Impact Wrestling, after being one of the major stars of the women division for WWE. When it sort of came up to the time of they were sort of, I can almost say that they were pushing her out with the whole Mickie James angle and other things. She went and she wrestled for TNA. She wrestled for Impact. She tried her best to become a country music star. She had the big hit Hardcore Country, which she used for her wrestling theme in Impact Wrestling. She also she was not singing, but she was an actress in a Shooter Jennings music video with Billy Currington, which was pretty cool. She didn't really get to the heights in country music that I thought she was going to, but it's honestly really hard to break through, especially as a woman in country music and be a star. But honestly, to me, Mickie James, if she is retiring from WWE, she did have a great run and she got to come back. It's a lot like what the Dudleys did when they came back for that 1-year run from SummerSlam to SummerSlam. Mickie James came back. She wrestled the match against Asuka last year. I believe that was the NXT in Toronto, which would have been at the Survivor Series. So it would have been right about a year last year. Then, of course, she came back to SmackDown, helping out Alexa Bliss. And I think that they broke up Alexa and Mickie sometime around WrestleMania. And I think Mickie did wrestle at WrestleMania in like a 5-pack or a 6-pack challenge or something like that. Mickie didn't get to accomplish her goal of becoming a 7-time women's champion in WWE. But I think, honestly, there is a place for her to retire from WWE, go home to her son and her husband Magnus, who had a short little stint in Impact where he returned to there. But a lot of people that are returning to Impact, especially with the new management, they're finding out that it's not what they thought it was going to be. A lot of people thought once they got Dixie Carter out, once they got Jeff Jarrett out, and there was new people. It's a lot like, when new management takes over the restaurant down the street that, just got your order wrong one too many times that you should stop going there. But once you see the sign under new management, that's when you're like, hey, well, maybe it's time to go back there. And then you get back there and you find out it's worse than it was before. Mickie has always been one of my favorites. I think without a doubt, I wouldn't be surprised if it's this year, maybe even if not next year. She's a surefire WWE Hall of Famer. I can't think of anybody other than Chyna that deserves to go in more than she does, and we'll have to see if it's only a test of time before it happens. I wouldn't be surprised if she's one of the interviews tonight on this would be Raw Talk after the show, and we actually hear a formal announcement from her.